Welcome back, guys. This is part 2 of my How to Draw Faces tutorials. If you haven't watched part 1 already, please click the link in the description below. I'm going to do a demo for part 2. Alright, let's go ahead and jump into the tutorial. So here I am. I started with a sphere. And I started with the ellipse. Just kind of imagining my box and deciding what angle this character is gonna be. So you'll see I'm extending those 3 lines from the ellipsis across the sphere, also kind of treating that as if it's a box. That's kind of what I was doing. Then I find the center line running across the face, and then that way helps me define the face. I also use the kind of thirds to find the position of the chin. And that way I have my facial features mapped out, just like that. So I kind of was putting my brows above the brow ridge, just kind of give her a kind of a raised eyebrow look, and also with a kind of a stylized character's huge eyes, I think I can get away with that. So right now I'm kind of defining the eye sockets. Defining the cheekbone right now. Notice how the cheekbone is facing upwards, and then the rest of the face is facing downwards. And also a little bit of the mouth and the jaw. So I'm starting on my hair. I'm aware that they kind of grow from that hairline. And then what I like to do is I kind of separate my hair into the front part and then the back part. So I kind of drew in the front part first. And I was using the brow ridge guideline and the nose guideline to find the position of the ears and also define the side plane of the face. So at this point, I was trying to make a decision about what kind of hairstyle she should have. So I kind of decided that I will have like an extra strand of hair on top of her head. And then I was sketching in the kind of other part of the frontal piece of the hair. So I kind of decided to give her a braided hairstyle, 2 pigtails. And I was also careful that there's an angle for the neck. It's not straight. And as I was sketching in the braids, I kind of was aware that the braids are going to hang on top of her upper body, which has an angle. So again, I'm not drawing my braids as if they're completely straight, because they should look like they're hanging on top of her chest. And I also want to make the ends of her pigtails like not exactly the same. So at this point, I felt that the eyes are not as set in the eye sockets yet, so I was kind of pushing the eye sockets inward. Sketch in the eyes. Keep in mind that we're drawing the eyes as if the eyelids are wrapped around the sphere of the eyeball. So with this expression, I was going for like a sort of eyebrows raised, eyes wide open kind of look, and then she's like looking down. And also it's like a personal habit of mine. I like to draw in the cheek for one side of the eye to emphasize her smile. So I sketch in the pupils so that we know that she's looking down. So with this character, I kind of chose a more of an Asian monolith kind of look for her. So because she's looking down and also because of the angle of the sketch, the eyelashes are pointing downwards. Just fill in the iris. Because right now I feel that her eyes are looking a little bit bulgy this way, so I sort of added some shadow underneath the eyelids. Put in the highlights of the eyes. Okay, so the highlights are done. Right now I'm just kind of emphasizing the facial features right now, just kind of making sure everything works well together. And I sort of erased the construction line to see how the sketch is coming out. And remember, for this angle, we can't really see the base of the nose. And then we are indicating that the nose is pointing downwards. So the sketch is almost done, but I'd like to make a couple of adjustments to this. Because right now I feel that the right side of her eyes, the right eye, actually it's her left eye, and also her jaw, I feel they need some extra work. So right now I want to define the jaw a little bit. Because of this angle, her bottom half of the face should look smaller because of the perspective, and that we're looking at her from top to bottom. And also we should see the kind of top side of the ridge of her ear. And also for her hair, I feel that when I was sketching, I kind of have the hair kind of stuck too closely to her scalp, so I want her hair to have a bit more volume, and that's why I made that adjustment. And also right now I feel that her left eye, which is our right, like that eye, the far side of the eye, is not nicely set in her eye socket. So that's why I'm making that adjustment. So here it is. I have the sketch done. And thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you next time.